let's talk a little bit about the Maryland game last week. Maryland and Michigan. Not a lot to go over here because this was just typical Mike Locksley stuff in terms of how you do against the Big Ten. Bryce Underwood, it was good to see him actually play a whole game, so this was good. 16 and 23, 2 TDs. I believe that I'm a little bit more believer of the hype of Bryce Underwood in terms of how good he's going to be. He's got a little bit ways to go as a passer. He doesn't look to me as good as Malik Washington. That's kind of what I've seen all year. He can run it with the football. He's a dual threat. He's got a good receiver, a good number one receiver, and I think that's a real thing. Terps did better than Syracuse. Just barely. Yeah, I hear you. Brian Console for Michigan. It's funny. I was thinking about, well, Justice Haynes is not going to play in this game, and maybe that helps the Terps. And they've been getting gashed on the ground now for several games in a row. They just 20 carries, 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. Andrew Marsh, clearly, definitely to an emerging receiver. You're going to see this combination for the next several years. 5 receptions for 1 TD as well. Derek Moore got 1 sack as well. So I think definitely here's a guy who is going to get drafted and play on Sunday. Malik Washington is a guy here at 19 for 39, 210 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. They're not helping Malik. They're not helping him. As good as he's been, he's throwing the ball way too much. You're not helping your quarterback. You're not helping your quarterback as well. Again, not a lot of production from Dwan Williams. 12 carries, 40 yards. There's something there, but there's something missing with Dwan Williams. I see him. He's not in any way a complete running back. It's just not. Hold on a second. I'm recording. So he's not a complete running back by any sense. But that's the thing with him. Sulik Knotts, I think, is capable of good things and big plays, but he doesn't. He's capable of good things and makes some good plays, but he's just way too many drops, way too many crucial drops. I'm out having a good show. He always does too. Like when I start talking baseball and other stuff. That's my man. I thank you, sir. Back on it. So Sidney Stewart, Maryland, he had 1 sack. Again, the same guy. He got thrown out again as well. You're not good enough to beat Michigan. Michigan was way too physical, way too strong, way too this. This is the same music. I don't think it gets better next year under Mike Locksley. We'll see. I think the only hope is you get Malik Washington back, and I think that's kind of what they're thinking. They're hoping they can kind of retain some more of these players as well, and they can build their offense out, et cetera, as well. When they had Tuli, Atunga Vailoa, they were doing well, but they just, that's just, they're just not good enough. Not good enough in the Big Ten as well. Finale this week against the Wolverines of Michigan State. So that'd be one heck of a basketball game, Maryland and Michigan State. But this is football, as we know. And so this will be the last game, no bowl. So will be the finale. So this will be it for the Terps as far as football season goes as well. Hopefully they're going to try and close with a victory. I think this one, Michigan State is probably a team more in the league. Let's see if they have any fight left in them. Let's see if they have any pride. That's strictly what this is for. We'll cover the Terps a little bit more for the last game of the season here as well. But it's so frustrating because you're not competitive in the Big Ten at all. You're not really You're not really trying. I don't want to say you're not trying, but in order to go ahead and have success in the Big Ten, you're gonna have to be more competitive. You're gonna have to do a little bit more in terms of that. So there you go. That is college football as well. So let's go ahead. All right. So let's stick with the University of Maryland. We're going to talk a little college basketball this week. So it has been a busy week for the Terps college basketball. Right now, they are in the Strip in Las Vegas playing college basketball, obviously, because they're a college basketball team. And they're right now, it's going to start here tonight at 12 o'clock. So those of you definitely check out True TV, watch Maryland and Alabama Crimson Tide actually go ahead and play college and play in the tournament. I think I've said it a couple of times, and I'm going to say it one more time here. I just don't like college football, college basketball, guys. You're not drawing. Stop with these neutral site games where no one goes. Stick with the campus stuff. I don't know. I don't know how to put that. I mean, as far as it goes, you got these neutral site games and no one's going as well. So let's talk about a little bit about this week. I'll even start with the Mount. So last week, tough game. I think this was on about the same time, so we didn't cover it in totality. Terps beating Mount St. Mary's 95-90. Dickie Colt actually bailed him out. I think he had a huge night. It was like 40 points in the game at Mount St. Mary's. So almost even a team like the Mount really took them to overtime. The Terps are playing with several injuries. There's no Pharrell Payne for a couple games. They're still missing Solomon Washington. Miles Rice has missed a couple games with injuries. So that's cost them. So that's been a thing. So I think it's kind of thinned their depth a little bit as well. So the Mount really pushed them, but they were able to get the win 95-90. They were successful against Nevada, Las Vegas. The Running Rebs, 74-67. That's about the same level of a team that they're playing. They did go ahead when they struggled in the first half. They didn't play well at all early. They were losing in the first half, but they did actually get it done in the second half as well. Game was on late. Pharrell Payne actually played. That's fantastic. He's actually got on the court after that horrific looking injury that he had. Darius Adams, Dickie Colt. That's the nucleus. The best that I can see so far. So they got Dickie Colt. It's like a 5'11". He's not, even though he's less than 6 feet, he's not a point guard. He's a hybrid shooting guard, Trae Young type guard there as well. Darius Adams, I think he's the 5-star. He's a guy that's going to be good for them as well. And Pharrell Payne's been good in every game he's played. So that was good. So that's what happened there. Gonzaga totally just took him off the basketball. And that's interesting to see because that's not the level you're at then. Because Gonzaga's a top 12 team. They're 7-0. Mark Few again. Brandon Huff had like 20 points in that one for the Zags. The Terps are getting it pretty much from the same guys in terms of offense. Darius Adams at Payne, they're going to get it every night. Colt didn't play as well in this one as well. Badger Sanders is not really getting much offense. They've kind of swapped out. Andre Mills, I think, is getting more time lately. Jamal DePino is starting early, a little bit less. Isaiah Watts hasn't played as much as he thought. So interesting to see. But they clearly got smoked out of the building with Gonzaga. Let's see how they do tonight against a good top 10 Alabama team. Hopefully you do better. But I think it's what I can see, you're not a team that's there yet. You got to build it a little bit. They still have had some injuries. They still haven't had the team in a lot of ways as they want to healthy and whole. When you rebuild the whole thing like this, it's going to take a minute. You're going to have to – I don't see how you win the Big Ten or anything like that so far from what I've seen as well, even though it's still very early.